Hi, welcome to this video on the case on Eskom. In the last decade, South Africa has greatly improved energy access, but there's still room for improvement. In South Africa, more than 40% of the population is considered energy poor. The poorest people spend 27% of their disposable household income on energy, which is far above the 10% threshold for energy poverty. This energy poverty is surprising, as 70% of South Africa's energy mix is coal, which is a relatively cheap energy source. Furthermore, this coal does not have to be imported. South Africa has so much coal that 92% of the coal consumed in the whole of Africa is mined in South Africa. However, electricity prices have almost tripled from 2007 to 2017 and are now average comparable with those in other sub-Saharan countries. South Africa has a history of rotating blackouts, and these are occurring more and more often again. Rotating blackouts are planned blackouts of different parts of the electricity grid, when not enough electricity supply can be generated to meet demand. These rotating blackouts are a form of load shedding, and the problems at Eskom, the major electricity provider of South Africa owned by the state, are only increasing. Eskom recently extended the load shedding process from 4 to 8 stages, which allows for up to 8,000 megawatts, a fifth of peak power demand, of power to be shed in extreme circumstances instead of 4,000 megawatts. Since the success of overcoming apartheid in 1994, South Africa has successfully expanded its grid to previously neglected areas. This and the expanding economy have resulted in a sharp increase in electricity demand that was not foreseen by Eskom. Capacity additions were announced in the mid-2000s, when the problem was recognized. The Medupi and Coosail coal plants were scheduled to be built. However, these coal plants, two of the biggest in the world, are still years away from completion, while they were supposed to be completely operational in 2015. In addition, a poor financial condition resulted in bad maintenance on power plants that are in operation. To make it worse, these power plants are nearing or already at the preferred retirement age. But now, due to Eskom's poor performance, the wealthiest people are bailing out of using the common grid by installing their own generators and in increasing numbers solar panels and batteries to ensure uninterrupted electricity supply to their businesses and homes. This causes further problems to Eskom, because those who do not have this option often have trouble paying their energy bills. Eskom drastically needs revenue to continue their business, and their debt is a huge $30 billion and still increasing. The need for Eskom to higher its prices causes even more energy poverty. To solve this problem, President Ramaphosa wants to split the company that provides 95% of the electricity in South Africa in 3 parts that will deal with generation, transmission, and distribution. This should make it easier to raise funds and cut costs for every individual company. Eskom itself proposed that the government would take some of its debts and is considering selling assets and firing employees. In this case, you will be asked to dive into the available information on this case, as well as conducting the case quiz. Thank you for watching and good luck with the case quiz.